After several days, he was found dead without knowing the cause. Now the cause of death of Universal Soldier film. Star Jean-Claude Van Damme has finally been revealed when it was first reported that Van Damme had died last May. The police had not released the cause of Van Damme's death. The actor, who died at the age of 63, is said to have died due to the effects of cocaine and fentanyl poisoning, a pain reliever. This was recently conveyed by Dutch media. He is recorded as the actor who has starred in the most action films worldwide throughout his career, and acting, having an important scene in the film Double Impact. In a statement after Van Damme's death, the family expressed deep sadness over Van Damme's death. Children, grandchildren, brothers, uncles, and friends. He was the light of our lives, and we are deeply saddened by his death, the family said. Van Damme's ex-wife, Glady Portugal, also talked at length about her old age, which Van Damme prepared. The Machine director opened up about working with the actor and revealed that in real life, Van Damme is just as strange and amazing as he seems. Director Atencio said, "Oh my, yeah, he has character. He can be whatever you want him to be. He's really weird and wonderful, and he's in incredible shape, but he's also just out of it." There was one day in particular that I will never forget, doing that show for him. It was a surreal experience because Dave took things from his real life and his real past and mixed it with this narrative. It feels like half wish fulfillment, half brutal self-reflection. The director also shared his sadness with the versatile actor. One day he came up to me on set, and he was very serious, and he just grabbed my shoulder and said, "Peter, be honest, there's no show. This is an intervention, right?" And I was like, "I hate to break it to you, Jean-Claude, but there's definitely a show we're making. This isn't just a therapy session for you." But he had an emotional breakthrough on the show. It was a wild experience, but he was a lot of fun to work with. Atencio later stated, "He's definitely worth meeting. He's totally crazy and weird, but he's also a real person. He lives life. He drives a Bentley convertible with 3 dogs in the back and goes to Gold's Gym every day. And it works. He's very committed, and everywhere you go with him, people come up to him and they say, 'You're my hero. You're the reason I'm doing this,' or 'You changed my life.'" The director added, "And he's so gracious. Nobody loves his fans more than him. He's a really sweet person." I think for someone to have all that admiration and still be able to survive and still be a really good person, that's pretty awesome. One of the biggest action stars of the 80s and 90s, Jean-Claude Van Damme, was known for his lightning-fast roundhouse kicks and the intense stares he gave his opponents before rendering them unconscious. As a teenager, Muscles from Brussels began training in Shotokan Karate, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, and ballet. In 1979, he won the middleweight championship of the European Professional Karate Association. He later won the Mr. World bodybuilding title, Belgium, before moving to the United States and becoming the action icon he is known for today. Jean-Claude Van Damme, sometimes called JCVD, is a bona fide Hollywood martial arts action star and icon. In 2012, a bronze statue of Muscles of Brussels himself was erected in his hometown of Brussels. These days, Van Damme lives a quieter life, as he has emerged from a long-term drug addiction that he finally conquered. He's an animal rights activist who regularly donates to charity. His most notable appearance to date was not in any film, but rather the incredible Volvo truck commercial that went viral for featuring Van Damme, showing off his amazing poise and skills as he is seen walking on each leg of one of 2 semi-trucks moving closer together, and slowly separates until he's in an epic split, which he holds as the truck continues to move. Van Damme's legacy continues to endure after all these years, with his character in the hit television show Ted Lasso adopting the name Van Damme to show how strong his feelings were. Take a look at the best films of Jean-Claude Van Damme's career. In the mid-1990s, the stress of constant filming and promotion of his films, as Van Damme explained, led him to develop a cocaine habit, on which he spent up to $10,000 a week and was consuming up to 10 grams per day by 1996. He was arrested for driving under the influence in 1999. Attempts at drug rehabilitation were unsuccessful, and he was forced to resolve his addiction by quitting cold turkey and exercise. In 1998, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. In 2011, he discussed the condition on the British reality show Behind Closed Doors, saying, "Sometimes you're going to like me, and sometimes you're going to hate me. But what can I do? I'm not perfect. I'm extreme bipolar, and I drink medicine for this. When I was young, I suffered from mood swings. In the morning, the sky was blue when I went to school, and for me, the sky was black. I was very sad." Van Damme has been married 5 times to 4 different women. He was married to his 3rd wife, bodybuilder Gladys Portuguese, with whom he had 2 children, Christopher, born 1987, and Bianca Brigici, born 1990, until 1992, when he began an affair with actress Darcy Lapier, whom he married in February 1994. From the marriage currently, they have a son named Nicholas Perm October 10, 1995. That same year, he had an affair with Street Fighter co-star Kylie Minogue during the filming of that film in Thailand. Lapier, who was pregnant with their son at the time, was unaware of the affair until Van Damme publicly admitted it in 2012. Turret's friends' condolences for Van Damme's death. Akir's friends also posted, "God had called him home. He loved her so much, he didn't want her to continue suffering in pain. The Father was waiting for him in heaven. Goodbye, my friend. God loves you so much. Go home in peace. Someday, we will meet again in his beautiful heaven. Even though your house has been covered in dirt, your kindness throughout life will make you continue to breathe in our hearts and souls. Goodbye, my friend. Thank you for coloring our lives with joy."